sure. Here's a detailed creative take on Tammy Slaton's family grievances, exploring her emotions and strained relationships with Amanda Halterman, Chris Combs, and Misty Wentworth. 1000 LB Sisters, Tammy Slaton's family grievances explained. Tammy Slaton, one of the stars of 1000 LB Sisters, has become a compelling figure on reality TV. While her weight loss journey often takes center stage, the complicated dynamics within her family play an equally significant role in shaping her story. Her anger and frustration toward Amanda Halterman, Chris Combs, and Misty Wentworth reflect deeper issues rooted in years of shared trauma, unspoken expectations, and clashing personalities. Tammy's frustrations with Amanda Halterman. Amanda Halterman, Tammy's outspoken and often blunt sister, is a fan favorite for her sharp wit and tough love approach. However, Tammy's grievances against Amanda are multifaceted. Their relationship is a constant power struggle, with Amanda often stepping into the role of an authority figure Tammy resents. Amanda's tough love approach. Amanda's way of showing care is through unfiltered honesty, which Tammy frequently interprets as criticism. While Amanda's intentions might be to motivate Tammy, her delivery often stings. For example, during group discussions about Tammy's health, Amanda has been known to make sarcastic comments or joke about Tammy's stubbornness. These moments, while entertaining to viewers, are deeply humiliating for Tammy, who feels mocked rather than supported. In Tammy's eyes, Amanda's behavior reflects a lack of understanding. Tammy has often expressed that her weight struggles are not just physical but deeply emotional, tied to self-esteem and mental health challenges. Amanda's no-nonsense attitude leaves little room for the vulnerability Tammy needs to express. The power struggle. Another source of tension is Amanda's ability to take charge of situations. Whether it's helping Tammy make decisions about her care or organizing family interventions, Amanda often assumes a leadership role, which Tammy perceives as controlling. Tammy, who already struggles with a sense of autonomy due to her physical limitations, finds this dynamic suffocating. For Tammy, Amanda's assertiveness feels like a constant reminder of her own dependency. Chris Combs, a brother's burden or backbone. Chris Combs, Tammy's older brother, has been one of her most vocal supporters and critics. His weight loss journey has served as both inspiration and a point of contention for Tammy. While their bond is strong, it's not without its fractures. Jealousy and comparison. Chris's significant progress in his weight loss journey has inadvertently fueled feelings of inadequacy and jealousy in Tammy. As someone who has struggled for years to achieve similar milestones, Tammy often feels overshadowed by Chris's success. Family members and even fans have praised Chris for his determination, which Tammy interprets as a subtle critique of her own efforts. Chris's ability to lose weight and improve his health highlights the disparities in their approaches to their respective journeys. Tammy feels that Chris's success is used as a measuring stick against her, further amplifying her insecurities. His well-meaning advice, while practical, often comes across as condescending to Tammy, who perceives it as another reminder of her perceived failures. The protective brother. On the flip side, Chris's protective nature is a source of both comfort and irritation for Tammy. He frequently steps into mediate conflicts, ensuring Tammy doesn't feel alienated during family disputes. However, his tendency to parent her adds to her frustration. Tammy yearns for equal footing in their relationship, but feels Chris's protective instincts often reduce her to a childlike role. Misty Wentworth, the quiet force of frustration. Misty Wentworth, the quieter and more reserved sister, might not share Amanda's bluntness or Chris's commanding presence, but her dynamic with Tammy is equally complex. Misty's calm demeanor often contrasts sharply with Tammy's fiery temperament, creating a disconnect in their interactions. Silent judgments. Tammy frequently perceives Misty's silence as judgment. While Misty may not openly criticize Tammy, Her quiet observations and occasional raised eyebrows convey more than words ever could. Tammy feels that Misty's lack of verbal engagement stems from disapproval, making her feel isolated even in group settings. Unmet emotional needs. Misty's reserved nature also means she isn't as vocal in expressing support or encouragement. Tammy, who craves verbal affirmation, interprets Misty's quietness as indifference. This perceived lack of emotional availability adds to Tammy's grievances, as she feels Misty doesn't fully understand or acknowledge her struggles. Underlying issues in the family dynamic. The tensions between Tammy and her siblings are not isolated incidents, but are deeply rooted in their shared history. Growing up in a financially unstable household, the Slaton siblings learned to cope in different ways. Tammy's reliance on food as a source of comfort became a coping mechanism, while her siblings developed more assertive personalities to navigate their challenges. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Resentment from both sides. Tammy often feels that her siblings focus too much on her weight and not enough on the emotional reasons behind it. Meanwhile, her siblings feel burdened by the responsibility of caring for her. This mutual resentment creates a vicious cycle of misunderstandings and hurt feelings. The siblings' shared history of trauma also complicates their ability to communicate effectively. Their childhood struggles created a bond, but it also left scars that manifest in their adult relationships. Tammy's anger toward her siblings often stems from a place of feeling misunderstood and unsupported, even when their intentions are good. Public pressure and scrutiny. Being on 1000 LB Sisters has amplified the family's dynamics, subjecting them to public scrutiny. Tammy feels the weight of audience expectations, which often align with her siblings' tough love approach. This external pressure exacerbates her grievances, as she feels her struggles are being turned into entertainment. Tammy's anger, a reflection of deeper pain. At the heart of Tammy's anger lies a deep well of pain and frustration. Her grievances against Amanda, Chris, and Misty are not just about their actions, but what those actions represent. Tammy feels a lack of agency in her own life, a struggle for respect, and a yearning for unconditional support. The battle for autonomy. Tammy's dependence on her family for physical and emotional support often leaves her feeling powerless. Her anger is, in many ways, a fight for autonomy, a way to assert control in a life where she feels she has little. A cry for understanding. While Tammy's outbursts may seem directed at her siblings, they are often a cry for understanding. She wants her family to see her not just as someone struggling with weight, but as a person with complex emotions and needs. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Finding a path forward. Despite the challenges, there is hope for Tammy and her siblings to mend their relationships. The love they share, though often masked by conflict, remains a powerful foundation for reconciliation. Open communication. One way forward is for the siblings to engage in more open and empathetic communication. Tammy needs to feel heard and validated, while her siblings need to express their concerns without resorting to tough love tactics. Family counseling. Family counseling could provide a neutral space for Tammy and her siblings to address their grievances. A trained therapist could help them navigate their complicated dynamics and find healthier ways to support each other. Balancing tough love with compassion. For Amanda, Chris, and Misty, finding a balance between tough love and compassion is key. While their intentions are rooted in care, their approach often alienates Tammy. By adopting a more empathetic stance, they can create a supportive environment that fosters Tammy's growth. Conclusion. Tammy Slaton's anger toward Amanda Halterman, Chris Combs, and Misty Wentworth is a reflection of the complex dynamics within the Slaton family. While their relationships are fraught with tension, they are also built on a foundation of shared history and love. By addressing their grievances and finding healthier ways to communicate, Tammy and her siblings have the potential to move past their conflicts and strengthen their bond. After all, the heart of 1000 LB Sisters is not just about weight loss, it's about family, resilience, and a journey toward healing. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.